The Rotary Club of Hutt Valley was established in 1993. Here is a brief history of some of the Breakfast Club's achievements.
Roy Cox, as you know, started the club, and I think something he said to me made me very keen to join. He said that it's very difficult in life to make a difference to anything on your own, but as a group, collectively, you can make a difference.
Its main aim is to get people together that like each other and want to work together to improve the community, whether the community is local or through the district or internationally.
It is a hugely supportive group of people, which is fantastic, great environment to be kind of testing yourself out on.
I thought it would be a group of old people with checkbooks. Asked to write out money when it was needed, but found out it was totally opposite to that.
That's our Rotary motto, is service above self and service for others.
I'm a charter member of the Rotary Club of Hutt Valley, and I understand that I was the first one to say yes when we were chartering back in 1993.
And the people who were really interested were the movers and shakers of the city, who could see giving something back for an hour and a half's investment a week was a good package.
The breakfast meeting is just the perfect time of day, 7 till 8:15. You can get out of bed, go to the meeting and be on your way to work or take the kids to school or whatever by 8:15. So it just fits so well into the normal working day.
The relationship goes back many years. First started with the Books and Homes program, so with Rotary helping us provide books to all the students, 5 books a year. The students choose them and take them home, and from there it moved into the Reading Assistance program.
This reading assistance thing really appealed to me, so within no time we had 3 schools that we were going to run the program in, and we went out to all the Probus clubs to get volunteers. And that extended, and now we've got 45 volunteers that go into the 3 schools on a daily basis and do one-on-one reading. So over a period of time, these children are coming to grips with reading quite well, and they get to the stage where they're loving it. They're taking books home, they're reading in front of their siblings, and it has been a really worthwhile project, and I'm very proud that we started it.
And then the relationship became more personal than just 2 organisations. Paul, he said, is there something else we can do for you? And that was like, well, actually, we're trying to put a playground on site, and we've got a limited amount of dollars so far, but we could do with some help. And it was like a snowball because they came in behind it.
Over the course of 3 weekends, a lot of the club members came along and actually got stuck into building the playground. So we were digging holes and shoveling bark and banging and nailing and assembling the playground in all weathers. So it's a great opportunity for the club members to kind of get together and know each other in a different environment, work together as a team.
Building the playground, that really encouraged a lot of members to be involved because they liked getting dirty and doing something that was tangible. They could see the end result. Really cool.
Because I'm a trustee of the Dowse Foundation, I saw an opportunity for fundraising with the bricks, and we were focused on raising the money for the building. And in a community like Lower Hutt, there are no big corporates, so we're thinking of all sorts of little projects of how to raise that money, and one of them was, let's sell bricks.
A good local project was to celebrate Ed Hillary's 50th anniversary of knocking off Everest, and as a mountaineer, to actually meet Sir Ed and buy one of his pictures was a great night. Sir Ed, as you know, is very good at supporting Nepalese projects, mainly schools and hospitals, and this went to a school in Nepal, $50,000.
Sandra Bart, her sister lives in Vanuatu, and she realised that the schools up there were totally under-resourced, and she set about trying to get some boxes of stationery to go up. She went up and personally supervised what was happening with them being packed and loaded onto a plane to go up to Vanuatu. They ended up by finding that the best way to distribute it was we'd give the yachties some boxes and say, when you get to such and such an island, would you please drop this off? So they were like Father Christmas. So it was just a magical project. She ended up by turning $1,000 US into 38,000 Kiwi.
Our small amount of money ended up providing all the stationery for this, this wonderful thing, and that's what Rotary can do.
It was a way for me to get to know people and to build networks with people and businesses in the community that might be able to support what I was doing.
If you are starting out in your own business, and a lot more people are these days, young people, then the Rotary network is a pretty good start.
You've got a fantastic mix of skill and experience when we're doing these kind of projects. There's always somebody who knows somebody who can kind of provide the knowledge and skills that we need. It's the power of Rotary in many ways.
I was lucky enough to go up to China and saw a need up there in the rural schools, and we had a literacy project where we turned $1,000 US into $18,000 US by just asking other Rotary clubs, and they were rebuilding a school there. It was deep in the mountains, and they just had nothing, absolutely nothing. And then we resourced it with computers and sports equipment.
I'm Ben Scanlon. I'm the exchange student from the Hutt Rotary Club that was in Ecuador for the past year. And I've just had the great experience of my life thanks to Rotary.
We pick students to go away on various exchanges or experiences that will help develop them, either their leadership skills. I guess the buyback is that they come back to the club and speak to our breakfast club and tell us about their experience. And you can always tell after they've spoken to the club sort of how much they've got out of it and how enthusiastic they are about being on the course.
The trip in itself was just beyond expectation. It was amazing. It was everything that I could have hoped it to be and more. Just being exposed to so many different things that I would never have been exposed to here in New Zealand. And I guess that's the point of the exchange to some extent, to get a taste of the world that you don't get a taste of in your own country. It's the most life-changing experience I think that someone could do, especially at such a young age, because at this age you're open to change. I guess you're open to new things. You're not sort of set in patterns of life, I guess.
There are so many opportunities for young people to become a part of Rotary from a leadership perspective. So your involvement with Rotary, you can be a director of a committee, then you can be a secretary, a treasurer, you can end up being president. So there's a lot of opportunities.
It helps you grow up, it helps you gain self-confidence and sort of, prepares you, I guess, in a sense for the world.
A little story about a child on the beach finding a starfish on the beach and throwing it back, and someone saying, why bother doing that? There's thousands of them on the beach, but to that one starfish it made a huge difference. And that's what it's about, it's just making a small point of difference to as many people as you can.
If you want to help make a difference in your local or the wider community, come along to one of our breakfast meetings to find out what we're all about. You'll be warmly welcome.